Ross, you look kind of swanky.
I was going to say, you look kind of fancy. What's the deal?
We're talking wedding season, baby.
This episode of Demoted, we are going into all things weddings. Coworkers who end up marrying each other. The best kind of wedding guests, the worst kind of wedding guests, how to make a wedding speech.
We did a public speaking episode and you all messaged us like, hang on, I'm giving a toast at my best friend's wedding. How do I do that? Well, we're going to tell you.
Demoted. Here comes the corpse.
Here comes the corpse.
All right. Hi.
We're talking about weddings today.
We're talking about weddings today and shit. But before we get into that,
your back looks amazing.
My back looks amazing. My back looks amazing. I share everything with you guys. I like literally I share everything with you guys. I got my back waxed yesterday for the first time. It wasn't so. I mean, it was like 3 minutes. I don't have like a terribly hairy back.
And you went and someone did it for you, or Becca did it.
Yeah, her name was Mai.
Was this a DIY at home? No,
Becca's
you went.
been like, you should go to the wax place I go to. And
well,
just
Becca's sick and tired of looking at your hairy back. I'm sure.
I mean, it's like honestly, it's genuinely not that bad. Like,
I was gonna say I've never seen your back. I'm picturing a carpet.
Yeah, no, nothing like that.
Like the 40-year-old virgin wax scene.
No, it's not. No. No. Like I said, it was done in like 3 minutes. The actually most painful part, because there wasn't much there, so it wasn't like the ripping part. The wax was hot. That shit was hot.
Okay, you got a little burn.
Yeah,
burn action. Ow.
Ow.
Okay.
And like $15 and 3 minutes later, it was done, and I can say
totally. Now you just have the breakout that comes after the wax, which is the best part.
The feeling of my t-shirt like on my back,
sticking,
on like
sticking.
Yeah, just yeah.
Ross gets really vulnerable on Demoted.
Instantly.
Like instantly.
I wasted no time.
It's disarming. Like I don't even know if I have any stories to share about my waxing. Yeah.
Woke King, Endearing King.
Mr. Endearing. I love that about you.
Well, you hit 1 million followers though.
Oh, thank you so much. Thank you.
Clap.
Thank you. Ross and Becca popped out of a bush in my front yard this morning and tackled me with a bouquet of roses.
We did. I actually clubbed her over the head with it.
Which is so nice. I love you. Thank you. And yeah, it's a big week. We got a fresh back. We got 1 million followers. I mean,
what else do we need?
We're wearing some pretty nice attire, aren't we? I'd say we're dressed almost like we're going to a rehearsal dinner.
You could say that, or in my case, a wedding, because this is the suit I wore at my wedding.
Oh, at your actual wedding?
At my actual wedding. Yeah.
Oh my God, I didn't realize.
Yeah. Check out the inside of this bad boy. Skirt.
Wow, that's big time.
Skirt. Yeah.
I saw the initials in there.
Oh, you did see that.
ROP.
ROP. Oops.
Overton.
And this is my shirt too, and it's got stitched in the back. It says "Our Hearts Are."
No way.
Yeah.
Ross Hearts Rebecca.
Yeah.
Wow. I love that.
In the back there. Yeah.
Okay.
Super lame.
Today we're talking about weddings. What are the people you find at weddings? How do you give a kick-ass speech?
Yeah.
A lot of people ask us, how do you lace humor in them giving a speech? I'm so nervous to talk about public speaking, but the real platform for public speaking, I think in your 20s and 30s, is the wedding speech.
Absolutely. The toast. Like you want to kill it. You want like the moms coming up to you after like it's done later in the night. Like, I just have to tell you, that was just a phenomenal toast.
Like that's everyone's goal. And we're going to try to equip you with the knowledge to do so.
We'll do our best.
And then what not to say when you get the mic.
Of course.
That'll be our wedding discussion.
We'll also discuss the worst wedding guests.
Of course.
And we're going to do our promoted, demoted. And of course, a lot of people submitted stories. I solicited on my IG story last night and got no less than 6,000 stories.
Literally. Everyone's like, the question was, have you hooked up with and or married your coworker, right?
Yeah. So I did a poll, which was like, have you hooked up with a coworker? I've hooked up with a coworker. I've dated a coworker. I've married a coworker. And then NA, I just want to see the results. Because I did it the first time without the NA. I want to see the results. I knew they were getting skewed.
It was getting skewed. Okay.
But thousands of people married their coworker. Thousands.
Wow.
More people I assumed it was kind of scaling, right? It's like if you dated your coworker, you probably hooked up with them. If you married them, you probably dated them and hooked up with them. So I just kind of assumed that was the whole deal. Who do you spend more time with in your life? Or the most time with? People you work with most of the time. So
which is why Annie and I are in a committed relationship.
Yes.
Yeah.
And we're super excited for you guys.
Thank you.
I can't wait to come to that proposal, that engagement,
you better bring the videographer.
Wednesday night, Thursday night, Friday night.
Yeah. It's going to be a big thing. So the wedding is a really big commitment, right?
The whole process is an absolutely huge commitment.
And I think
getting married is a huge commitment.
I mean, that's a big commitment. I think for the process, and maybe this is a Gen Z thing, I would be curious what the motorheads think of this. But I, as a woman, am going to the proposal, the actual engagement. There's an engagement party. It's usually surprise. We're all here. We all flew in for you. Congrats. And then there's the bridal shower, the bachelorette, and then the wedding, which is usually like a 3 to 4 day, obviously, endeavor. So I'm 4 weekends of flying for this.
All I hear is a cash register. Ching,
no,
ching.
Literally.
And the National Bank of Nat just dropping.
National Bank of Nat is just dropping rapidly. Yeah. Yes.
And that's brutal. It's wedding season now. So now it's like the Gauntlet.
Oh my God.
How many weddings do you have like / proposals / engagements like this year?
I'm mostly in the proposal year right now. I'm 27.
Right.
And I think next year is a big wedding swing.
Yep.
So all of them will.
The last 2 years for me, I think I had like 10 last year and like, I don't know, 8 the year before that or something.
Yeah,
I'm not
in the time where I'm like, oh my God, I have like 15, like 10, like that hasn't hit yet. It's still exciting for me. I'm like, oh my God, yay, we're going out for the proposal. Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know. It's that summertime, so it feels good. You know, it's kind of like just good vibes in the air.
Have you ever been invited to like a random person's wedding?
Yes, actually, just recently for the first time. So I'm sure I said this in my DMs at some point. They were like, send me your address. I'm inviting you to our wedding. I was like, okay.
You immediately send your address because you just are so trusting. Yeah.
Yeah. No, it's a P.O. box. I swear. I say, please note, attention corporate bro. I give my address, attention corp bro.
Got it.
I got invited to a wedding in Lake Como. 2 Salesforce reps.
Shut up.
And I was like, oh, you were serious. You sent me this.
You actually got the wedding invite.
I got the wedding invite, but the best part is you need an email address to log into their wedding site. I don't think we're in it. So like I can't log into their wedding page.
So is this like an active investigation as to whether or not you're going to Lake Como?
Yes.
Like, are you about to book flights and you and Becca are going to rip that?
Like we were actually going to look into it and just be like, okay, hypothetically, if we went.
Okay, wait. Do you think like, are you the surprise guest and then you're actually kind of working that weekend and it's sort of about you?
I don't know. I mean,
because you don't know anyone.
I wouldn't know anyone. And I guess I would assume there'd be some Salesforce folks there if they both met at Salesforce. They're based in Atlanta.
Yeah.
I can't remember their name. Madison and Ben. Madison.
Congrats, M&B.
I think it's Ben.
If you go to Lake Como you better post some content. That's hilarious.
Kind of like a weird bucket list thing, like to be invited to a random wedding and just like show up to it.
I'll make mine in Lake Como so you guys can do that.
Then I'll still get to go to Lake Como.
Yeah.
That won't be random.
Yeah. Is a bucket
What is he doing here?
Is a bucket list item to go to a random wedding? Or you're saying a wedding in Lake Como? I was saying Lake Como.
No, I was saying get invited to some random fucking wedding and just show up. Like actually
like I'm such a no woman, yes woman. I'm actually a no woman. I love saying no to things I don't want to do.
I don't believe that.
No.
You're going to proposal parties.
Okay, no. Well, that's because I love my friends and I would celebrate them every single day. Right. These are my best friends.
Of course.
But I want to go party with my friends and like throw an awesome party. I don't want to go on like a trip where I'm staying on the floor in an Airbnb, for example.
No.
Like that I'm absolutely saying no to.
I will get my own hotel room separately.
Absolutely.
Like, yeah, no problem.
And like a wedding that I don't really know you, I don't want to, absolutely not. I'm sorry. Like I have a list of friends, a group of people that I will die for, take a bullet for, and anyone outside I kind of just don't care about.
It's about 9 pages. There's about 4,000 names, but everyone outside of that.
It's like 100 people. Yeah, no.
Everyone outside of that you would do shit for.
Yeah, but it's a big commitment. Wedding season's a lot.
Do you love weddings though? Do you love going to weddings? Do you enjoy
love? I love love. But maybe I'll be more jaded when I'm 32. Like
no, I don't. It's not that I don't. I like weddings. They're fun. They're excuse to like class up and all that stuff. I like weddings once I'm there. It's the whole like.
Oh God, we're leaving for packing.
Yeah, I gotta pack my suit.
Yeah.
Like I gotta wear, I don't know. I gotta travel. I gotta fly somewhere, and that gets like a little tiring and annoying.
I love weddings because of the people, the archetypes, and the people you see at the weddings.
Oh, that's like the best, and you don't know who it is, and then
but it's always they fill into their roles quite quickly.
They identify themselves.
Like you have the drunk dad, right, who gets up and gives some speech.
You're just like praying.
You're like, please, oh God, he looks like he's had a few.
It's like going to open mic night. You're like, please don't crash and burn.
Oh my God, he's getting up there, and then the dad.
Racist comment.
Okay.
Oh, damn it, Dad.
I went to one and he was like, he's from Alabama.
Yeah.
And he was given he spoke for about, I think maybe 25 to 30 minutes on the mic, which is a full on TED talk.
Yeah.
And he's speaking and he's talking about the cow named Kazboo, who this girl was super close with. And then Kazboo died. Ooh. And then he had to get a new cow and name that cow. And I'm like following him, like, how many cows what's happening here? It's been 20 minutes. Like my edible's almost kicking in.
Yeah. So I swear to God that like some of these dads, they've got like a long list. They've wanted to be stand-up comics their whole life.
Totally.
And they're just going bit by bit.
Workshopping
and they're looking up
dad jokes live.
Are we hitting?
Yeah.
Are we hitting?
Totally.
30 minutes later, everybody's just like, dude, like please wrap it up.
You also got like the bridesmaid who's absolutely ran through all the groomsmen and is not leaving until she gets her fill.
No. literally and figuratively. And she is
like, she's ready to rumble. The bride's already talked to the groom and all the groomsmen about like, okay, one of you has to fuck Sarah.
Yeah. Like just someone take that bullet quickly because I don't want this to be a scene because she's going to start working up the family tree here.
She's going to start going for everyone.
Yeah.
So someone take her back.
Yeah. I mean, you've also got the liability friend, like the wild card, the X Factor friend.
Oh my God.
Especially from the dudes. There's always that one guy who's just like a total bro, but just does not, like, so uncalled for. All ladies hate him.
Well, and like Peter Pan syndrome, like he's a boy, like he wants to do weird.
Still rocking high school.
Yes.
Like, I'm going to go take a dump on the deck. Like,
yeah.
No.
Wait, hang on. We're 35.
Yeah, that's not funny. I mean, it's kind of funny, but it's not. Like,
Ross
don't do that.
It.
No,
Ross
I didn't
laughed.
love it. I like laugh at the idea, but I'm like, dude, like absolutely not. I immediately get sad for the people who have to clean that shit up and deal with the repercussions of their dumb decisions.
That's not
just
funny.
No.
It's not a joke.
It's not funny.
It's never funny.
It's not funny. It's like,
so
dude,
the liability,
relax.
like, the groomsman or the friend who's like ends up in the pool like during the wedding, and you're just like, okay,
just doing too much.
Like you're just doing this isn't about you. It's not your day, Brian.
Yeah.
Right.
Seriously, dude.
And then you have like the divorced aunt.
Oh yeah, the cool one. She's cool though,
but she's like really chill, and
Yeah.
she'll maybe like make out with a groomsman, but then be like, "You're too young for me," and walk away, and like wistfully go back to her hotel
and
room.
you've fallen in love.
But you're in love. The 25-year-old man is left with like, I think I love her.
Yeah, exactly.
And
like,
she's so chill.
and she doesn't give a fuck. Like he is a peasant.
Totally.
She was just a little plaything for
she
the like
does
10
that at the
seconds I
local
needed.
Safeway. Like everyone loves her.
Yeah,
right.
she's cool. And
she knows what she's doing.
Also, I found a super well-dressed old guy.
Oh my
who's
God.
just a vibe. You look at him from across the room, they're like leaning back, smoking a cigar with their like glass of wine, chopping it up, huge beer gut, but just looks so fucking good.
Like, how is he rocking a fedora with a feather in it?
In a red suit.
I love this man.
And it's not even doing too much. It's just like
totally
class.
He's got some nice facial hair.
Oh yeah, perfect, like perfect lines.
Oh my God. He's traveled the entire world.
You're like,
The
this guy
math
has a
is
yacht.
his. Yes,
Yeah, like,
he has a yacht, like totally. And then what I've seen, especially with these outdoor weddings, and you see the gleam, you see the shine, the creepy bald guy.
always a bald guy.
Right, with a sweaty head.
Yep.
And I do
They've
think
got the rag, they're dabbing.
they're dabbing as the ceremony is going, glistening, just like, and you just know, you're like, oh, I remember that bald guy. Like then he starts drinking, you're like, oh gosh, I don't want to be around him.
And you're like, who is he?
What side are you on? You don't know. He's just a bald guy.
He's just a bald guy.
He's
just a weird bald
there.
guy.
He's not with either party.
No.
Yeah.
He just showed up.
He's just there.
He's happened to be at the hotel.
So those are
He loves love.
Totally.
He loves love.
Totally. I feel like I'm at a wedding. I do. I feel like I'm in the moment. I know all these characters, right?
I know. So you're at a wedding. You've got the mic. You're up on stage. Here's what not to do.
Hit me.
Instead of focusing too much on the couple, talk about yourself. After all, this is your moment.
Instead of saying, you may know me as the bride's best friend, try saying, you may know me as the person who's banged 5/7 of the groomsmen.
Hey, Steven.
Wink.
Steven's like, oh no.
Please don't come for me.
Instead of talking about their romantic first date, talk about the first time they slept together. Mima would love those details.
Right? You were in the room next door. You heard him banging it out.
I heard way more Brad than Kylie.
A lot of Brad.
A lot of Brad in that moment.
Instead of telling general catch-all jokes that are guaranteed to get the whole crowd going, just look directly at the bride and list off all of your inside jokes.
There's nothing anyone loves more than being outside of the joke.
Totally.
Looking back and forth like,
when's the joke? Is that it?
Instead of saying, I love your love, try saying, I'm glad you two finally settled. I know some people are thinking.
I'm just going to say it. Instead of saying, I'm the older sister, try saying, I'm the one who technically should have got married first, but thanks for ruining everything, Kylie.
Not awkward.
Makes sense. She's older, right? She should have got married first.
And she's unhinged, and now we all know why she's not married first.
Totally.
Yeah. Yeah. Everyone's like,
well, Stephanie, you're kind of a bitch.
Yeah. Okay, so that is what definitely not to say.
No, that's what not to say.
No, I think we should give some actual tips for crushing a wedding speech.
So we kind of we chatted about this, right? We collabed from the male and female perspective on giving a toast.
From 5 to 6 p.m. yesterday.
From 5 to 6 p.m. That was the only window we had. We were just feeling so fresh and ready for the day. We collabed on these tips for how to give a kick-ass wedding speech.
You want to kick us off because I think this kind of chronologically.
Okay, so these is kind of boring, but preparation. So for all of my friends who I'm anticipating speaking at their wedding, I have started a notes page of basically like memories and experiences and moments and texts that, one has sent me about the other. And it's just so nice to have something to fall back on because you can't recall all of these moments, especially when these are like your long distance friends.
Yep.
That's kind of the case for me. And I'm not like with these people all the time and just seeing their love flourish. You have to pick up on these moments. You have something to call back to.
No, you do. It's just like, it's like when we write our bits, a lot of times it's like shit that happens out in the wild. It's like, I got to get this written down because the worst part of writing these things is remembering the thing that you want to talk about.
Totally.
So I 100% agree with that.
So do some prep.
Yeah, this is a lame one too, guys. Sorry, but I really do believe in this. It's just like early in your speech, thank the people who put on the party.
Yep.
Like, I know it's so lame, but like they want to feel appreciated.
Yeah.
And that, like, just saying that out loud in front of everyone, they're like, so glad I just spent $100,000. Yeah, I feel way better now that Corp just thanked me.
Totally. Well, and it's just like, it's an easy, you're not really rehearsed. You're not like reading that. You're just kind of like, thank you so much. It's genuine. You're warming up.
Right.
Like, it's a great thing to start off with.
You hear your voice out loud.
Yeah. You're getting comfortable.
Right.
Totally.
It's hard to fuck that part up.
Say a thank you. Like Ross and I did our live show. We were like, first thing we have to do, thank our team, thank the Zoom info team, whatever. Just very important.
Now the good shit.
Now the good shit. Sorry about the boring stuff, but you got to be prepared.
Protocol.
You got to say thank you. If you have like a playful relationship, obviously some like tasteful roasting is encouraged.
Gotta be.
And if you're like, I'm not funny, like I don't know how to, don't go too far outside of your comfort zone. But we have a couple things that you could say, right?
Yep.
So make fun of your friend and something specific about them. So for example, I could be like, I never thought anyone would be able to put up with Meg's incessant need to take photos of her food before the full table can eat at every restaurant. But then Will came around, like making fun of your friend playfully of like, okay, she's, obsessed with taking photos. But then Will came and now he that's like a bad, but like, that's the framework.
Yeah. Agreed. And I think like, if you want to take that one step further, misdirection is a good piece of that.
Okay.
It's
love misdirection.
Yeah. From the second I met Rachel, I knew she deserved like a kind, authentic man, which is why it's a good thing Brad swooped her up before she found something like that.
Totally. That's the best. That is just, yes. And as like the maid of honor, you can be like, I always wanted Carrie to find someone smart, empathetic, funny. And that's why I'm her best friend.
Yeah.
And
and that's why we work well together because I am that. But anyway, moving on.
Thank you, Tom, for being here.
Yeah.
So there's really good misdirection. And I think like listing off these adjectives and things and making people think it's about the couple always plays.
Always plays.
Yeah.
I highly recommend that. Self-deprecation works too. And like when we were discussing this, you made a really good point. You're like, I don't want to like be too much of a pick me.
Yeah. If you talk about yourself for like even more than 2 sentences, it's too much. Like you just really don't want to like make it about you as much as possible.
Well, I mean, like the good example though, it's like, Brad was the quarterback. And of course I was the guy who did his homework.
Yes. Yes. For all you Wicked fans out there, my best friend Mamie and I would always, sing Wicked as children. And
I know the Motorheads are Wicked fans.
The Motorheads love
no
Wicked.
doubt in my mind.
And Glinda and Elphaba are the leads. And so Mamie and I always say at her wedding speech to me, she's going to be like, and in our childhood renditions of Wicked, Natalie would play Glinda and Elphaba, and I played Nessa, the nonverbal sister with no lines.
Yeah, exactly. No lines.
So like that's funny to be self-deprecating.
Of course.
Weave that in tastefully.
Yeah. When all else fails, make it short.
Yes.
Like nobody's mad if it ends early. Is like
nobody's
quick.
mad. I want to dance. I want to drink.
Exactly. When
like,
people do like a short and sweet toast, I'm like going off for them.
I'm about to read a haiku about Brad.
Perfect.
And then leave.
Done.
Awesome.
Done.
I love it.
Yeah. Don't put too much pressure on yourself.
No.
Everybody just wants to party.
Totally. And if you can't think of stories, don't just, don't make it up.
But speaking of stories.
Well,
this is kind of important.
Yes.
I mean, okay. So make up a good origin story. And it's kind of funny because I've been to so many weddings where I hear the origin story told. And I'm like, that ain't how they met.
You guys met on Hinge.
Yeah, you guys met at a concert and banged in a porta potty and didn't talk for 6 months. And then you fought a lot.
What do you mean this is you guys, ever since we first met.
First day. They met on a plane. They were sitting next to each other. Like,
totally. Make up a great origin
story. That was like
story.
a year and a half in.
Yeah.
They were sitting next to each other.
They went to a wedding.
They went together.
Yeah. And Carly thought, wow, I really do like this guy.
I think I could see myself
spending the rest of my life with this guy.
No.
That's so funny. Make up a good origin story is a great bit. And honestly, run it by the couple. Just make sure what are we telling people here? Because I know you guys banged in the porta potty. So
we
what's
know
the story?
Truth. Yeah. What do you really want to tell? And I think that's important. I have like just a general question because especially from the online, because you mentioned like Hinge. Is that something people like still feel shame? Like there was a period where it's like nobody wanted to admit they met online. Or like met on an app. You know what I mean? They'd be like, we met at a bar. They like had some sort of alternate story.
I know. I mean, I think like for some reason there is some shame tied to it. Like they'll always, all my friends, even though like we use Hinge and we're so open about it.
Yeah.
It's like my friends will be like, oh, we're mutual friends, because like then you find, the web that connects you as people. But like you did meet on the app.
Yeah. I do feel like Hinge is like the most common one I'll hear about if anyone talks about it. Like no one's going to say Tinder.
My friends, Tinder used to be like an actual authentic dating app, but now it's just like
a bank site.
Hookup. Yeah.
Hookup site.
But like I went to a wedding where they actually met on Tinder, but this was when I was really, really young, and they like had like little Tinder flags and it was kind of a joke.
Oh, they did.
But,
okay. So they leaned into it.
But I think like it just depends kind of the person you are. If you're like, I'm having my classy church wedding and I don't want anything about dating apps said, then like stay off the.
There's a lot going on in a wedding. Like a lot. Like they're like very stressful.
I know. Once you have your good origin story, one just additional small tip, like be super relevant and timely. Obviously you plan your speech like well in advance, but there's nothing better than like a tasteful callback to the rehearsal dinner or the welcome party the night before. Like, I want to say a couple of thank yous, and I also want to make a public apology for Willie's performance at the welcome party.
Maybe next time take the Ambien after
you get back to the hotel room. Yeah, like so just kind of commenting on like just some micro thing that happened. Like who knew Gam Gam had those moves? But like thank you. Hope we see more of that tonight.
Uncle Jack didn't know we needed a passage from Moby Dick, but we're glad we got it.
Thank you so much for grabbing that.
I'm gonna go check that out of the local library.
Exactly.
Anyway, you may know me as
totally. So being just super timely with it and like making those like last minute changes, I think is
I mean
awesome.
it's kind of the cliche of like comics being like, so New York, huh? What's up, guys?
Yeah, you guys got a lot of rats. Yeah. Just like something about the area,
but
the
it's
space.
True.
Yeah, it's true.
It feels very natural and authentic, even if you like rehearse it 100 times in your head. It's just like say something about the last day, an observation of some about a person, whatever.
Okay, so those are our tips. If you guys have additional questions, I think we could do a bunch of episodes on weddings.
I know, and if you have tips, put them in the comments because I think people are going to come back to this episode.
They're going to want more. They're going to come back.
And I'm sure people have other really good ones. For the speech, I mean, God, we could, like you said, do a bunch of.
We could do even more.
Bunch of
We'll
episodes.
just write it. Send us what you have to write a speech for. We'll just do it live.
We'll just riff it for you.
I just helped ghostwrite my friend's speech. Yeah. There's so much with weddings. I mean, they're just so stressful.
They are, whether you are like planning it or you're attending. I mean, you've got the small talk. You've got like
traveling.
The dinner. Yeah, packing. Like, I don't know.
You have to take a weekend. I mean, I'm so just wound tightly with stress.
You got to be on. But
what do I do if like I'm just overwhelmed by the stress of weddings?
Well, I would say you need a ritual. Speaking of friggin' ritual, dog.
Speaking of ritual.
So I full on confess, this isn't surprising to anyone. I'm a multivitamin guy.
And this is Ritual's Stress Relief Bio Series. These pills look, I don't know if we can do like a quick cut zoom on these. It's like 3 pills within a pill.
Well, that's because it's the trio of clinically studied ingredients to help the body manage stress.
You down these constantly.
I mean, my bottle's almost gone. I take these actually every single morning.
Yes.
And it's interesting because like I'm actually I'm very attuned with my body. So like really small changes, what I eat, like actually makes a difference.
Really?
I like notice really small things. I think part of that's being an athlete. Like when you are as toxic as we are, like taking a bunch of things, we feel the difference. And so I actually feel like elation. I feel lighter.
Wow.
Which is, and I don't normally like say that. I like take these, and if I notice when I don't, like I forget, and I'm like,
no way.
Oh shit! Like I forgot to take it. Instead, I go to my.
I notice you do seem like a little more relaxed. Like I don't know, just like your like edge is a little.
No, it's true. I don't know. I mean, I feel a little bit more positive. I have positive mood.
Yeah.
Reduce stress. We have stressful jobs. Honestly, like we're torn apart publicly.
All eyes are on us. Torn apart publicly.
Wouldn't change it for the world.
Wouldn't change it for the world.
The juggle is real. Don't just respond to stress. Get ahead of it with stress relief from Ritual.
Get 25% off your first month at ritual.com/demoted.
Start Ritual or add stress relief to your subscription today.
That's ritual.com/demoted for 25% off.
25% off, y'all. All right. We've all seen bad wedding guests. There have been many wedding guests that are poor.
We discussed a couple at the beginning of the types of people.
If you need tips to be a shitty wedding guest, here we go.
Here they are.
First, be bitter. Talk about your hatred of love. It is the perfect time and place.
2, have at least 10 drinks. It's free after all.
Make offhand comments about your perceived cost of the wedding. It's very classy.
So classy.
People love talking about the cost of wedding.
How much do you think that cake is?
Yeah, could have spent more on the DJ.
If you're a bridesmaid, now's your time to shoot your shot with the bride's brother. She will love that.
If you really feel like they're not going to make it, you should object. It is the right thing to do. In front of everyone. Be the hero.
I object.
They definitely, I've never once heard anybody like even given the opportunity to object.
I wish I could see an objection.
Hey, honestly, I'm not feeling it.
You know what? I'm going to say something.
Yeah.
I don't think so.
I love you both. You guys are my friends. And this is why I say it. This ain't going to work.
She's kind of a bitch.
She's kind of a bitch. Yeah. And he's weird.
It's only going to get worse. If you see a mic, make an impromptu speech.
We've already taught you how.
So use the
just
tips
do it.
and
Use
go.
the tips and go. Don't be afraid to slide tackle someone to catch the bouquet. I don't give a shit that you've been dating someone for 7 years, Candace.
It's my time.
Go up there, be an athlete, Odell Beckham, and catch that, snatch that shit out the sky, and then flex on them. That's my bouquet, bitch.
Mine. It's funny because we say this as a bit, but that is such a real thing. Like some women are just fierce with the bouquet toss.
I'm not gonna lie. I've been to a few where like, maybe this is judgmental, but I'm like, this person is not an athlete. They do not know how to throw this into the crowd that's no less than 10 feet behind them.
Oh.
And they launch that shit. Or they throw it nowhere, like hits a wire.
It's so embarrassing.
You're like, oh,
bouquet
God.
severs in half.
Candles down, things catch on fire. Yeah, just bad.
Oh, God. Just toss it
Sometimes
10 feet
I'm
behind
just like
you.
praying, like, please throw it into the crowd. Please throw it where it's supposed to go. Please throw it where it's supposed to go.
Yeah. Or when it's like, do you feel like you're at the later stages of weddings where like there's not a ton of single people to catch the bouquet? So
they're
like,
humiliated just to be there in the first place.
Literally,
Like, I don't want to go up there.
So there's like 4 girls and you're just like, wow, I hope she gets it into this diamond of women.
Yeah, and there's one there, you're just like, they like been in a long-term relationship. You're like, it's like awkward if they catch it because, you know, they like, it's like been kind of a while and they haven't proposed yet, but you're also like, maybe they do want it like as the sign of it's okay.
It's very, the bouquet toss is like kind of too much for me.
There's like a lot of politics or there's like a lot of
stuff going
baggage.
There is politics. It's a lot.
It's full of baggage.
And our final tip, of course, wear white.
Wear white. Stand out.
Stand out.
It's wedding season, baby.
It's yo day, baby. Wear white.
Yep. Go off. That's what I'm saying. So, okay. Those are our tips to be the worst wedding guest.
Should we do a little promo demo?
Promo demo, wedding theme.
I will start.
Go ahead.
Promoted or demoted, 10 plus bridesmaids or groomsmen.
I'm going to say demoted. I think that's too much.
I know. You see these Dallas weddings with, 19 on each side. It's just
half the chairs are empty because they're all standing on stage.
The bridal party is the party.
Yeah.
I mean, it's insane.
Yeah.
It's hard though, because I think like 11 might be
you're going to do 11
where I land.
That's tough.
It's tough.
It's tough because I think there's like the negotiation of, is it all friends? Is it all family? Is it a smorgasbord? Do you have to take like,
do I have to have your sister?
Right. Exactly. Do I have to have your sister? Like I was actually really lucky. I was a COVID wedding, so I could only have 60 people there.
Yeah.
And then I threw a party the next year, which is all anyone cares about. Then I invited everybody to the party, but I had 2 friends at the wedding. Only 2.
Really?
Only 2 friends came to my
you guys had to do
wedding.
it really small. Yeah.
Yep. And they were groomsmen. I think I had 5.
5. I think like 8 is the perfect number, but I understand it's tough with friends. It's like, if I add Lauren, I have to blah, blah, blah.
Exactly.
And like, it's really hard.
Slope.
It's a slippery slope.
Yeah.
So I'm going to say 12 is the absolute max.
Oh my God. 12 is so many.
12 is so many.
That's so many.
I know.
How long do I have to sit there and watch you guys walk down the aisle? Before
much walking.
That's like half the ceremony.
So much walking. And you just have that one like just banging hot bridesmaid that you're like, okay, well, she stole the show.
Yeah, exactly.
Thank you, Sophie.
Yeah, and the weird, creepy, huge, tall guy got to walk with her?
Totally.
How dare he?
Totally. Oh my God. Okay, so I'm gonna promote 10 plus.
Okay, fine. I'm demoting it. Demoted. Drugs at weddings.
I've seen a lot of it.
I
think it's kind of trending right now.
Yeah,
I know.
It's an absolute blast.
I went to one wedding that was like a silent disco, and like I later found out like everyone was on shrooms. I was like, cool. Why did no one tell me?
Shrooms are so in right now at weddings.
Shrooms are so in.
It's like this. It's like the new like. No, my body's a temple. But I'll still do shrooms. I only do shrooms. I don't drink anymore. I just do shrooms. And it's like, all right, cool. I mean, I'm with it. I've been there. I've been there.
I mean, I'm kind of like,
I'm a cool guy.
I haven't even had it. I'm not anywhere near my own wedding, but I'm so stressed. I want to make sure everyone has fun.
Exactly.
So if there's like a little drug enhancement to make that happen.
People want to do it.
Promoted.
Yeah. As long as it's not the wild card friend.
Totally.
Who does some wild card shit.
Yeah. As long as you're not ruining my time.
Yes.
Please do as many drugs as you'd like.
Exactly.
Yeah. Bathrooms open, No
one's asking questions.
No one's asking. Go do whatever.
Yeah. We already told the security people, like, let it ride.
Promoted or demoted, short ceremonies.
Hard promote.
Oh my God. Keep it short and sweet.
Please.
I don't want to be there. The sun is baking hot.
Like, it's so
hot. I am so
I'm
tired.
already wearing a tux. It's
I'm
95
hungover
degrees.
from the night before.
Yeah.
You're in a tux. Like, get in and get out.
Yep.
Kiss the bride and let's
do your little
freaking
personal
run.
vows. I'm cool with that. Like,
Did you do personal vows?
We did. Yeah.
Okay.
We wrote our vows.
I'm like so afraid of that.
That's like public speaking. That's your shit. That's your jam.
I know.
Little tasteful roasts.
I know. I'm
you know?
terrified.
I promise to root for your fantasy football team unless we're playing each other. Fuck. It was some shit. I said something to that effect.
Too much. It's too much.
No, it is. But I'm just like, any ceremony within the 20 to 30 minute range, like all I'm doing is just everyone who will listen, best ceremony I've ever been up to. Truly. So short, so sweet, like so them.
Yes.
So perfect.
So them.
And I'm just like in the bar line immediately.
Oh my God.
Gassing
The best.
them
Have
up.
you ever been to a ceremony where they give drinks before?
Yeah.
That's my favorite.
Yeah.
Lube them up.
Yeah.
Give me a margarita to sit in the sun and watch you.
They're like handing it out as you sit down.
Oh my
just
God.
Like, yeah. Well, I actually have another hand as well.
Totally. Thank you. Thank you. I'm going to need 2 for the next 30. Thanks so much.
I love
Short
that.
ceremonies, promoted.
Hard promote. Okay. Promoted, demoted. Wearing red to a wedding.
I've heard from the girl side it's an absolute no.
Yeah. It's doing too much.
It's doing too much.
But the old man, if you are old.
If you're an old man and you have a red suit handy, grab it, throw it on, and
with
come.
like gold threads, like go off.
Like you can wear whatever you want, sir.
Yeah, no one's gonna yell at Grandpa Marty.
Wearing red to a wedding overall
question, like
demoted.
high risk demote. Yeah,
no, it's pick me, choose me, love me. Like, sorry,
Agreed.
It's not about you. I went to a wedding and the mom of the bride wore like this stunning red dress with like a literal train. She was so like, this is my day.
Yeah.
And I was just like, you are so annoying.
That's very much an archetype we didn't talk about.
Oh, the mom that it's her day.
The mom that's her day.
It's
the mom that's her day.
Oh my God.
Such a thing.
Just calm
And you just
down.
feel bad because you're just like, like everybody's thinking it. And more than that, like, the couples already knows it.
And she's wearing like cream. It's like so close to white.
Yeah. Yeah, it's in the right light. It is
She's
white.
like, is this champagne okay?
Yeah. No, it's not. It's beige.
Yeah, no.
Oh.
So the mom at the wedding who makes it about her, demote. I mean, please let your sweet daughter shine for one day in her goddamn life.
Please.
Oh my God.
Please.
Promoted or demoted, turning down a wedding.
Promoted. Okay.
Ross loves saying no.
I love saying no.
I know. So if it's someone
no.
who I'm like, I don't want you, if you weren't in my life, I wouldn't really care.
Yeah.
I'll absolutely say no. But if you're someone who I'm like, I want you to meet my kids, I want you in my life in some capacity, we live close, like it's a good investment of time, I'll never say no. I'll always make it happen.
Yeah. I mean, here's what I'll say. If I get like the last second, the courtesy invite, the last second it's local, I'll go.
Totally.
I'll go. If you're making me travel and I know I'm kind of fringe and I'm like, I know I'm not going to know 80% of the table you sit me at.
Yeah.
And I got to fly to like Chicago or something. I'm like,
is that like, do you have weddings now that you don't get a +1 to? Does that ever happen now when you're married?
No, I even got the +1 to Lake Como.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. You and Beck are going.
Yeah. I don't know if we're going, but
so once you're married, that never happens.
Not really. I have yet to like run into that.
Matt just got invited to a wedding and he's
no +1.
I'm not on the
So then he's probably peripheral to that wedding.
Yes. So I was like, babe, we're going to Tahoe that weekend. Like, bye.
I know. I say no to things where I'm like, you're not going to miss me. Like, I appreciate the invite, but like for both of our sakes, like save your $200 on the fish. Like I'm like,
totally.
You don't need me there. I don't need to spend a G to fly there. You know, you hit me up. Like we see each other in the wild. Like we're going to be cool, but like we're also like not hanging out.
Totally.
You know?
And it won't matter if you're there or not.
It's not going to matter.
Totally.
I
think
can't do it.
I'll promote saying no tastefully.
Tastefully say no.
Okay, I have a kind of niche one. Promoted or demoted, splitting up the bridal party from their partners.
Oh, at the dinner.
At the dinner. So the first wedding I went to with Matt, and I'm like kind of new to meeting these people. Like it was it was exciting that I even got the invite. But the whole bridal party is sitting together.
So like go meet someone new.
And I'm at a table with the +1 women, which was fine. Yeah. I was so like happy to be with them. But I feel like a wedding is sort of about love and being with like the person you're there with. Have you been at a wedding where it's separated? But I understand with these giant tables, it's so hard.
Yeah, I haven't done it where it's like 1-to-1. Like Beck and I haven't been separated, but like where you would think you'd put our families together and like, or like the cousins together or whatever it may be.
The seating's just weird.
And I was with Beck and I were with a completely random table.
Yeah.
At like our family
weird
wedding.
Seating is like, I'm like, what is the intention behind this? What's happening?
Yeah, it always starts weird, but then it's like, if you're lucky, you get some cool people at the table, and then you end up being like, oh, like they're homies. Like, should we go drink? Like, let's drink more. Should we get more drink? What are we gonna do? Are we going to table shots?
Or like, total table shots. What do you think about separating like the couples?
I like wouldn't
prefer it,
but I do think if like the couple who's setting the tables like knows, they're like, those people are cool and these people are cool. They need to know each other. Like I need to make them a thing.
Yeah.
Like I can appreciate it, but generally speaking,
it's just when you have these giant bridal parties, and I get it, why, because there's no table that can fit.
I'm
50.
still going to demote it.
Yeah, I'm going to demote it.
It can be done, but I'm going to demote it just on the general basis.
Yeah. Okay.
Promoted, demoted, destination weddings. Hot topic.
I know, hot topic. I mean, I've read a lot on like it's so much cheaper for it's so expensive to have weddings in the US, and like sometimes if you go to like Cabo or other places, you can just do it for it's more affordable. It's more expensive for the people to get there.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly.
But like I'll promote it. Have your wedding wherever you want to have your wedding.
Yeah, you should do whatever you want. I would just say
don't expect everyone to come.
Yeah. If it's destination, not everybody's gonna come. Like, and also don't assume like.
I think if you're doing destination, you're kind of hopeful that like you can keep it lean and mean.
Right. And I think so. If you're gonna like make it a tight knit small group going to Italy or some shit, like
do it.
Pop off. Like you should go have your wedding where you want to have your wedding.
Totally.
But understand people may say no.
Yep.
And be okay with that.
Promoted or demoted synthetic diamonds, and I hate that it's written like this. Because they're not synthetic. Okay. Yeah. These are lab grown diamonds.
They're diamonds.
And they're diamonds. It's completely the exact same thing.
Yep.
It's just not mined from a mine by a kid. So
there's no blood on them.
It's made in a lab and there's no blood on them.
It looks the same, is genetically the same.
And hey, I can get a giant ring.
Yeah.
For a fraction of the cost.
I'm also going to demote giant rings, by the way. I'm going to demote giant rings.
Okay, well, giant rings are in. And if all my friends are getting giant rings, I'm sorry, I'm going to have to get a giant ring.
I'm going to have to get the giantest ring.
I'm going to have one that it's a ring pop. I can't even lift my hand. And you know where that was made? In a lab.
Yeah, ow.
I think it's ridiculous to expect your partner to spend like $100,000 on your ring. You want a 4-carat ring? Like, are you insane? I don't want a 4-carat ring. Sorry.
I agree.
But like, you want these giant rings. Every girl has just this massive oval. It's just, that's like the future of what's happening right now.
Yeah. No, I know.
And you expect them to pay like $100,000 for a freaking piece of jewelry?
Like for what? Like
for what?
And they lose it. I know I got insurance. Like, I don't know. You're just setting yourself up to.
I'm promoting lab grown.
Oh, I'm promoting lab grown for sure. For sure.
I don't care. And when have you seen a ring? Not you would never, but like, is it lab?
Yeah, not a single time in my life.
Not a soul. No one asked that. And if you do, you're classless. So like, whatever.
Exactly. And I just think like the goal with the ring should just be classy. Period. Full stop.
Totally. Something that you want to wear, you're excited about, your husband-to-be is excited about.
Yeah, exactly.
Right?
I was really lucky that I had little diamonds on each side. So from Becca's side and my side, and we combined them into make a little like, it's not a big thing. But it's more sentimental than anything.
Totally.
And that's cool. I like the sentimental piece of it, combining the two.
I love that. So. I love sentimental made in a lab.
Yeah. Fine.
I love sentimental that was made in your family's lab and that was made in my family's lab.
Yeah. All I'm saying is I didn't have to buy a diamond and it was great.
Totally.
It was great. So I was very fortunate in that regard. But okay, last one. Promoted, demoted, beer burros. Have you seen a beer burro?
I saw a photo in the outline. I mean, promoted.
They're donkeys that have like beers just like
strapped to them. Is this for like a Mexico wedding or does this happen like everywhere?
Yes,
or like Arizona,
but I also
maybe?
went to like an Irish one where they had it.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay. So it's like anywhere there's a donkey.
Yeah. They're like, should we have the donkey roll around with beers? I don't know. That'd be cool. Just casual donkey roaming around.
Obsessed with a beer burro.
Yeah.
I want one in the Demoted studio.
They always show up in the reception, like not obviously dinner, but like like the post ceremony.
They show up. Do they have a
handler?
A handler?
Yeah, they do. Yeah, they have a handler.
Okay. Yeah. Beer burro promoted.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Let's move to the piece de la resistance of the episode. The confessions.
The creme de la creme.
The creme. The creme de la corp.
Who's excited for some confessions? These were submitted to your Instagram from your followers. The question was asked, have you ever married a coworker? Yeah. Right? That was the open-ended.
Open-ended, and I was like, DM me if you have. I thought I was going to get like 8.
Boy, did they DM you.
They DM'd the shit out of me.
They were so excited. DMs are open?
Pages.
Oh,
DMs
an invitation?
Yeah.
Let me tell you my story.
Yeah, people were like, sorry, Instagram's not letting me send any more messages, so I can only send you 4 paragraphs.
Okay, perfect. Awesome.
Tremendous.
Thank you. Can't wait. Let me get my reading glasses on.
There were some themes here, okay? Some were cute, some were absolutely horrifying, as you would expect with sales savages. Companies that showed up frequently, Meltwater, Yelp, So
Hi, guys.
Hi.
Thanks for submitting.
Thanks for, banging
and
each other.
banging each other. Let's start with a couple like rapid fire kind of quick ones.
Yep.
Here's one. Blacked out at an Oracle hosted Marathon Monday event in 2016 and came out of my darkness making out with a coworker at the bar. Been together since, married May of 2023.
Congratulations.
Talk about an origin story.
That is an origin story.
Yeah,
God,
and that's
Oracle.
one that we won't talk about in the wedding.
Yes. All right. Married my coworker. We once fucked in the prayer room at our office. Prayer room.
Holy.
Unique benefit.
So holy.
That's incredibly holy.
Name of the Father, Son, Holy Spirit.
I can guess which region of the country this office was in.
Oh, you can?
I can guess.
Okay.
I'm not going to.
No.
We all know.
But we know. Here's another confession. I slept with my boss, got pregnant, thought it was my ex. A year and a half later, asked him for a DNA test, and surprise, his baby. We ended up falling in love, married, and had another kid.
I love love.
Surprise.
Surprise. It's yours.
You have a kid.
You have a kid.
That's
Anyway, we ended up falling madly in love after that because that is just how people do it.
we are so in love.
We're so in love. Okay. That's a treat. All right. This one also starts with yes. So again, the question is, did you end up marrying a coworker? So everyone was just stoked to talk about it. Yes.
They all start with yes.
Yes.
A resounding.
I'm in sales. She was the head of HR. Wouldn't date a sales guy, so I quit.
I was in sales. She was in HR.
She wouldn't date a sales guy, so I quit.
Here's one. SMH. The best advice I ever got was don't get your honey where you get your money.
Don't be a Debbie Downer. I mean, I get it. Because the opposite happening is real bad. We've gone through this.
We've gone through the hookups. And I mean, these are a lot of like really nice marriage stories, but
Yeah.
sometimes it doesn't end so pretty.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, here's a nice, fun, heartwarming one. This one says, hooked up with a female coworker even though I'm gay. Parentheses, not at all bi.
Happens. Used to do it in the elevator every Friday. Told we wouldn't last longer than 3 months. 9 years and 3 kids later, we're still married.
9 years and 3 kids later.
Never seen an elevator we haven't banged in.
Yeah.
Love that.
I'm just saying, people, don't blacklight your office. I'm pretty sure there's semen everywhere.
It's really scary.
I would be careful what you eat your lunch on.
Oh,
I'm just
God.
going to say it.
Yeah. Luckily, I don't think people are just going bare lunch to the desk.
I don't know. I
there have been some
assume
cheeks
there's
there.
been butt cheeks on everything.
Yeah.
That's what I assume.
Smart.
You know,
Smart.
That's how I live my life. Whoa, there's probably been butt cheeks there.
Of course.
Careful.
That's what you're picturing. You sick twisted. Okay.
Okay. Married my coworker and we both came to see you live with Zoom info the other day. Does that qualify? Cry face, laughy face. Oh,
Thank you.
thank you.
You guys saw us live.
Again, our goal is for our followers to fall in love at one of our events, get married, have 9 children, and then
When we're living to tell the tale, we're
we're
sitting here. We each have like kids. We're like, so old and gray,
Yeah.
and we're still doing this podcast, and no one's listening. We're gonna talk about the one fan,
gonna bring a guest on,
and
and we're gonna so tell us about the night. They were like, you guys were pretty mid.
It was Denver live show.
Yeah.
2026.
We were doing Elon Musk was there. You guys were roasting
totally,
him.
Totally.
Yeah, and
That's great.
anyway, one thing led to another.
And this is Josiah.
Yeah, and this is Josiah Corp Natalie.
Yes, exactly.
Corp Natalie Johnson.
Those are the middle names.
It's the early 2010s and tech is on fire. Oh my God, just set a scene. Everything's on fire.
Blazing.
I've been at my fintech startup for 3 months and the new marketing girl had just been hired. A few weeks later, by an act of what could only be described as the Lord himself, she is assigned a desk besides me and basically in the middle of what we described as the snake pit, aka the sales corner. We're all young and stupid in our mid-20s, so of course over the preceding few months, we're all going out after work, weekends, long lunches, etc. Eventually, I decided to break 2 rules of the very few I had, which were 1, don't date marketing girls. I always say that. And 2, don't date coworkers. After one drunken night, we both professed how much we were into each other and decided we'd give it a go. We've been married for coming up on 7 years, and we have a 2.5-year-old daughter, and she's the love of my life. Rules are there to be broken, I guess, because it was the best thing to ever happen to me. I'm not crying, you're crying.
I love that story.
Tech's on fire. We're making money. Our equity's worth some shit. And there's this marketing girl, and I just couldn't take my eyes off her.
She wasn't marketing. She was sales. She was in the pit.
No, I don't date No, this guy. He said he doesn't date marketing girls, and he doesn't date coworkers, and he broke his 2 rules to date a marketing girl.
Oh, okay.
He was in the sales pit.
Why was she next to him in the sales pit?
I don't know.
Okay.
Because it's what could only be described as an act of God.
Got it.
Or
Got
the
it.
Lord himself, to
Okay.
use his words.
I got lost in the details
She was
because
assigned a
I
desk
was
next-
so elated with
Yeah.
just like the story. That's incredible.
It's incredible.
I love that.
That's beautiful.
It's Jim and Pam.
Yeah.
It's the love
Yeah, it's
story.
wholesome as hell.
The tension.
You guys think everything's salacious and raunchy and fucked up, but no.
No.
We love a good wholesome story.
We were just into each other.
Yeah.
We didn't even act on it until we
Yep.
discussed.
Yeah.
We had a one-on-one meeting about it.
Yeah, exactly.
I love that.
Here we go. First word. Yeah. Married for 3 years now and started flirting, but no actual moves being made. Then we asked each other if we were on Tinder while alone in the office, so we set our radiuses to the lowest it could go until we could swipe on each other. Started a different kind of conversation on Tinder, if you know what I mean. There's an emoji in there. Anyway, more details in between, but that's the gist of it. We talked about Tinder.
We love Tinder.
We love Tinder. You set the radius down to the shortest, and then they like.
I mean, people are using.
All right. I mean, if they had to match on Tinder for
Tinder's
it to be legit.
Tinder's like, we're a dating app. We are not a hookup app, but you can set your radius to 500 feet.
Yeah, exactly.
Just in case you want to bang. Yeah,
exactly.
Immediately. Okay. I married my coworker. Tequila, karaoke, rejection, love. Story below. It started the summer of 2018 when in-office vibes were high and company was growing like crazy. I sat by the bathroom, so inevitably...
Here we go.
I was put in the bathroom. Okay, of course you did. I sat by the bathroom, so inevitably I'd see everyone in the office at some point throughout the day. Okay.
That's my nightmare.
Chief bathroom officer. I noticed this cute girl who seemed to pee a lot. Confirmed now that we lived together. And I didn't think much of it because I'd never ever hook up or date with a coworker. I told myself. On Wednesday in July, there was an impromptu karaoke invite thrown out via Slack from one of our sales VPs. I chatted with one of my coworkers' friends who convinced me to go, but to stop by the apartment to pregame first. Several tequila shots later, we were ready to hit the karaoke bar. Couple more tequila shots and maybe I'd consider embarrassing myself on the mic. Tequila me had me feeling confident. I showed up and there she was, the cute girl that pees a lot. I kind of need the end of this.
The hot girl that pees a lot. I think the rest is history.
Oh yeah, because she said, confirm now that we live together.
Yeah.
He said.
I thought this was a story about you, when the girl that pees a lot. I assumed this was going to be about you, and then he said they live together. I know you live with Matt.
I am the girl who pees a lot.
You're the girl who pees a lot.
It's me. I mean,
That's just a girl thing.
If there was a bathroom man, a little troll who was like, oh, she's coming back, I'd be like, really, stop counting.
Natalie, I haven't seen you in over 30 minutes.
Oh, wow.
Welcome back.
Must not be drinking your Stanley too much. Welcome back. Toilet papers are fresh. Go get in there.
Okay.
I hope you all enjoyed our wedding episode.
Yes, thank you for being here.
Thank you for being here. If you haven't, smash that subscribe button on YouTube.
Do it.
Leave a rating on Spotify. We're doing a new call to action for the Spotify listeners out
CTA.
there. Yep. New CTA alert.
As always, hit us up, contact@demotedpodcast.com. If you got confessions, you got questions, you got things we should do better,
Commentary on our looks, anything you want to say.
Yeah.
Just do it right there.
Yeah, we prefer those in the YouTube comments, though, because that helps the old algorithm we heard.
Totally. Pop that in there.
Pop that interesting post. Tips on weddings, tips on wedding speeches.
Should we do a part 2? Tell us, Motorheads.
Let us know.
We're in. And as always, tune in next week on
Demoted.